Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Danielle, and today we are discussing a simple uncrossing ritual, or rather I'm going to tell you how to do one. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this video as short and to the point as possible while also being as thorough as possible. Okay, now first of all, I want to state that there is an egg uncrossing ritual in many different magical systems and many different cultures, okay? And so there's various ways to do it. Some magical systems say, never uncross yourself with an egg, get someone else to do it for you. And I never got that. Because I felt like if you can do any other uncrossing ritual yourself, candle spells, baths, and all these other different things, then why can't you do an egg? And I felt like, okay, and I, tried, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see. It's hard to go over your back. So I'm like, okay, well, that's the practical reason. And, like I said, I felt, okay, well, if you can do all these other different uncrossing rituals, it's not a magical reason, I don't feel. It's a practical reason. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. Got confirmation from another practitioner. And it's a matter of system and a matter of preference, I say. And if you can't reach your whole back, like if you can't wash your whole back yourself, then you might want to go ahead and get someone that you trust, that is familiar with magic and knows how to cleanse, to do it for you. Because I feel like covering the back is important. Like entities like to attach themselves there. So I feel it's really important to go over the back. So again, it depends on the system, and excuse me, it's a matter of personal preference, okay? Trying to think what else did I want to cover. Okay, is that all I wanted to say about that? I think so. Now, the egg that you are going to use, it needs to be from a hen or a chicken. If you can get it from a black hen, that's even better. But it doesn't have to be. But as long as it's from a hen or a chicken. So whether the egg is white or brown, that's a matter of personal preference as well. Whether the egg is organic or non-organic, that's a matter of personal preference as well. Okay, now why the egg? Okay, well, think about what an egg symbolizes. It symbolizes birth and new beginnings and a fresh start and a clean slate, and eggs also absorb negativity. So it's a very powerful cleansing tool. It's a very powerful uncrossing tool, okay? Especially a black hen's egg. That's, excuse me, very powerful at uncrossing. So, are there any other little like preferences and different things? I think that's it, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the ritual. You're going to need an egg. You're going to need some type of cleansing incense like dragon's blood or sage, or Palo Santo, something like that. You're going to need a candle. It can be a tea light, a votive, a chime candle, emergency candle. It doesn't have to be anything big. You need an oil. You can use uncrossing oil with road opener oil. If you have some road opener, you can use road opener and whatever other oil you want to use. If you don't, that's fine. Use an uncrossing oil, a healing oil, if that's what you are, if you're having some type of illness or something, health complications associated with your cross conditions or something. You can use healing oil. You can use, and I would use healing and uncrossing together. Cast off evil, jinx remover, banishing, oils along that line. And if you work with the Archangel Michael, you can use his oil as well. You're going to need a pencil, and you're going to need some type of Florida water or blessed water or tap water or holy water to cleanse your egg, okay? So you are going to first cleanse that egg of all negativity. So you can do that with the Florida water, the holy water, or blessed water, or you can run it under some cool tap water, putting your intention into it that you are cleansing it of all negativity. Then what I like to do is light my incense first. So light your incense. Then you are going to write your name with the pencil on that egg in cursive, because that's the easiest form of writing to not lift your pencil, basically. You want to do one continuous line, writing your full name on that egg, okay? Once you do that, you're going to dress your egg and your candle with your oil of choice. And while you're doing that, you're going to put your intention into that egg, into that candle. Tell it what you want it to do. You want it to remove, excuse me, all cross conditions, curses, hexes, jinxes, any negativity, the evil eye, whatever it is that you're trying to get rid of, specify, okay? And just really just speak from your heart, put your heart into it, put your emotion into it, and put your intent into that egg and into that candle, okay? Then you can go ahead and light your candle, all right? Now you are going to cleanse yourself, or excuse me, uncross yourself with this egg. Okay, now there are a couple ways of doing this. You're going to always go in a counterclockwise fashion, in a circular motion. You can either go around like 1, 2, 3, or you can just do it as many times as you feel you need to and just intuitively feel, you know, when you're good, when it's okay to move on to the next body part. Now, this particular ritual that I'm giving you is hoodoo based. I say based because I'm not telling you what Bible verses and stuff like that, because I do not do that. And that's why I don't call myself a root worker or say what I do is hoodoo. It's heavily hoodoo inspired, but since I don't include the Bible, and since the elders in the community are adamant about, okay, well, if it doesn't have the Bible in it, then it's not hoodoo. Out of respect, I don't call what I do hoodoo, but it's heavily inspired by it, okay? So, in hoodoo, I said all of that to say, in hoodoo, when you cleanse a house, you always start from the top and go to the bottom. So like top floor, from the ceiling down, top down, and you work from the back of the house to the front of the house. So I feel like you should go in the same motion when you do a cleansing or an uncrossing. So go from the top down, do the back of your body, and then do the front. Okay, and always starting with the head. Let's see, this counterclockwise. Okay, practice first, because it's weird as you go over different body parts, you know, making sure you're going in a counterclockwise fashion to remove all of that negativity and those crossed conditions, okay? So get your motions right first before you do it, all right? this is 12 o'clock, then yeah, that's counterclockwise. Okay. So yeah, do that. And as you're going to different body parts, if you have abilities, focus on the area associated with that ability. Like if you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, or something like that, focus on that a little bit more. If you feel like those abilities are being affected, or just to make sure that they're not, you want to do a little extra pause on whatever parts are really being affected. If you're having some type of health issue or aches and pains, if you work with your hands and you feel like your money is being affected, your heart for love, you know, along those lines. And as you're moving over your body, pausing on those chakras, making sure you're uncrossing those. I like to incorporate chakras into my uncrossing and cleansing. If you aren't into that, you don't have to do that. Making sure you're clearing away any blockages and things with your chakras. And yeah, working from the top down at the very least. Whether you remember to go, you know, back or to front, whether it matters. I just like, you know, keeping to the philosophy. Okay, well, that's how you cleanse the house. Well, why not do the same concept with uncrossing? Definitely focus on your lower back and like the back of your neck and the back of your head, that like little dip right at the base of your head, because that's where entities like to attach themselves. So make sure you're going over that really good. And yeah, so you do that. And once you're done, and before you even begin rubbing this egg all over you, and it doesn't have to touch your body, like going over your aura, basically. Take some deep breaths, get into a meditative state, do your uncrossing, and then once you have done that, put the egg to the side. If you don't want it, you know, sitting on your table or anything like that, you can put it in a little container that you don't mind throwing away. Put that to the side, and then imagine yourself, you know, in a bubble of, you know, pure white light. You're cleansed, you're uncrossed, you are protected, you are healed, you are completed now, or do whatever it is that you do that's along those lines that, you know, make you feel complete or bring your ritual to a close. Do that and start to ground, come back to earth, basically. Come back into your body and dress yourself with some protection oil and some type of blessing, drawing, attraction oil, something like that. Because this is a heavy thing. Eggs work really well. It's a reason why it's been used for who knows how long and in however many cultures. I mean, who doesn't have a chicken? So what country doesn't have a chicken? I'm sure it's somewhere, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? So there's a reason for that. So after you've, you know, grounded and dressed yourself with that oil, now it's time to get rid of that egg. And you can do that in a few ways. You can throw it in a river. You can throw it in a sewer. You can crack it in a crossroads as you walk or drive by. Take a different route home. You can wrap that egg up and that bowl and wrap it up in a plastic bag, throw it in your outside garbage. Never in your garbage in the house, or you could just take it to garbage somewhere else, you know. Go to Walmart, throw it in their trash can, like seriously. You can pick a tree that is willing to take all of this negative energy and crack that egg at the base of that tree. You can crack the egg, flush the insides down the toilet. I wouldn't flush the shell down the toilet. You know, wrap everything, the shell, the bowl, in a plastic bag, throw that in the garbage outside of your house or some, you know, where off of your property entirely, in some public trash can somewhere. And that's how you can dispose of it. And it seemed like it's something else that I wanted to say. The candle color, okay. You can use white or black. Or you can use a color specific to whatever your situation is. If you are trying to uncross your love life, then use a red candle. But if you don't have all of that, white or black is fine. And white is perfectly fine. When you dress your egg in, your candle, you either want to wipe from the top down, because you're trying to get rid of the negativity and going down in a downward motion so it can go into the earth, basically, and absorbed by the earth. That's why you do the motion towards the earth. Or you can go in a circular fashion, in a counterclockwise fashion. If it's a tea light, you can go, you know, around in a circle in a clockwise fashion on the face of the candle, or you can do 5 little drops, not 5, 4, in a counterclockwise fashion, or 5 if that's what you feel. I usually do 4, but in a counterclockwise fashion on the face of your tea light. Or you can dab, you know, 4 dots in a counterclockwise fashion on the egg. Is there anything else that I want? Yes. One last thing, okay? You want to ask that egg to absorb all of the negativity and all of the curse, all of that energy and whatever that is on you. Absorb it. You want it to absorb it. That's why you don't want it in your house. Same thing with a candle. Once the candle is burned out, get the remains and dispose of that in the same way. Let's see. Is there anything else? You can definitely thank the egg. If you work with St. Michael, definitely thank him after all is said and done for uncrossing you. Thank the egg for uncrossing you. Thank you for absorbing the curse or whatever, the negative energy for you. Thank your remains. I thank my remains. That might sound weird, but I feel it's important. And I feel like you're like speaking to the spirit behind that egg, behind that candle, behind that color, whatever. Like, thank you for helping me. It's just a nice thing to work from gratitude. That's also a very powerful way to write your petitions too. Like, thank you for doing this for me, as if it's already been done. Okay, very powerful thing. So that's it, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Sorry that this video is late. I got busy. As you can see, I'm not at home, out of town. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do click that notification bell, share, like, comment, all that jazz, and stay tuned for more, guys. Bye.